All right, today folks, we're going to show you our Lodge Wok. This is a 14-inch wok, cast iron wok. Overall, from handle to handle, it's about 18 inches. And the overall height of it is 4.5 inches. And one great thing about this, of course, naturally it being cast iron, but it has these sloped walls, outer sloped walls. And another thing too that I want to show you is the base of this. Now the base of it measures about 5.5 inches, and it's perfect for naturally setting on a gas grill grate like this. But you can also use it on a glass top stove. You could use it in the oven if you wanted to work on an induction oven. You can also use it outdoors on a campfire. And you can use it in a gas grill if you wanted to, or a barbecue grill, and it will set up perfectly. So, but what we're going to do today, now these are perfect for making stir fries and things like that. But what we're going to do today, we decided to make a little bit of Orville Redenbacher's popcorn. So what we're going to do next, we're going to get ready. We're going to heat this cast iron wok up, and we'll be back in just a minute and we'll show you how we do this with popcorn. Okay folks, we've got our wok preheated, and actually I went ahead, we're going to try something different today. We're going to use coconut oil as our oil to cook this popcorn with. I've already got a tablespoon in here. I'm going to go ahead and dump another tablespoon in here to do 2 tablespoons of oil, and you can see how that's melting down fine. Now, one thing I failed to mention earlier on the dimensions and everything, these cast iron woks are kind of heavy now. They're 11.5 pounds, 11.48 pounds. So you got to be sure and keep that in mind when you're moving it around or whatever. Okay, well, now the coconut oil has already dissolved, heated up, and melted down. So what I'm going to do first, I'm just going to take a couple, 2 or 3 kernels here, and let these get hot. And once they pop, we know that the oil is hot enough to pop our popcorn. And so let me go ahead and just place a lid. Now these woks do not come with a lid, but any kind of lid that you have for any other kind of piece of cookware will work just fine. Now another thing too, like I said, today we're using coconut oil, but you could actually use vegetable oil, but you can use just about any type of oil that you choose. Another thing that is real good too would be butter. All right, well, we've got a couple kernels that have popped, so I'm going ahead and put all my other kernels in here, and we're just going to let this heat up and pop. Now one thing too, like I said, being cast iron now, it gets hot all the way around, so be sure and have you some kind of oven mitts or something like that, pan holders or whatever, when you're moving your handles or touching your handle. That way you don't burn yourself. Be safe when you're doing this. This is beginning to pop, so I want you to look at that. I hope you can see that through that glass lid. But you see, that's the reason why you want a glass lid or some kind of lid on here on this wok. Now they don't come with lids. I may have mentioned that earlier, but you can use one that you already have. But that way to keep it from popping out. I put about 1/4 cup of popcorn in here just to start out with 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. And like I was talking about earlier on seasoning, now you can use any kind of seasoning you want. You can use you know, just your favorite, any kind of seasoning to season your popcorn with. We basically just like salt and butter, and so that's what we're going to be using today. Okay folks, as you can see, the popcorn has almost completely stopped popping, so we know nearly all the kernels have popped, and 1/4 cup has basically risen all the way to the top of our lid. Be sure, like I said, use you a pot holder so you don't burn yourself. Go ahead and grab you a little bit of popcorn here, and you can see down in here, I mean, it's nearly all completely popped. Every one of the kernels are popped. Smells really good. I'm just going to take a little bit of a butter and pour that, just drizzle that over, have some buttered popcorn. Take my salt, add a little bit of salt to that, kind of toss it just a little bit. See how that popped out of there? So we want to make sure that we don't pop it on the floor or whatever. But anyway, there you have popcorn in a Lodge cast iron 14-inch wok. Man, you can't beat that. We appreciate you guys. Y'all have a great day. It's Mr. and Mrs. Cast Iron. We'll see you later. Have a great day. Bye-bye.